Good morning. Waiting for that 10 o'clock push. I'm here today. Good morning. Waiting for Good morning. Waiting for that Hold 10 on. O'clock push. I'm here today. There we go. Sorry about that. There's a lot of things that have to be done when you turn on your streamer and things that you need to remember each and every day. One of those things that you need to remember each and every day is to take a breath of air and wake up. And today, I didn't want to wake up. You ever get that feeling in the morning? Got too many hours of sleep, over 9. So look at, there it is, 10 o'clock push, and there goes the SPY right now up to about 434 resistance. Let's see if we can get over there. I'm going to put that up right now to 434, push that up for the resistance, and we're right there, right on the tip, 98. It's amazing how every day 10 o'clock you can bet on it. Now, do you want to bet on the fact on a breakout right now, which is possible, or, and you can see wholesale inventory, there's the news, inventories, minus 1%, minus 1% estimates, the same. That shows me the same in August. So what are we waiting for? Something's supposed to be coming out. Always a pullback right after, usually about a minute after we see a slight pullback. There it is. Right there, you can see the slight pullback. So we had 434.10. That still leaves us with 434 as our resistance. Now I'm going to put we're going to put this up to about 433. I should try a pair of glasses on. It might be easier to see the board. Oh my God, is that what you guys look like? Jeez, you want to do something with that. That's what I tell myself every morning when I look in the mirror. I go, what happened? Yesterday, you were 38 years old, you went to bed, and you woke up at 68. That's impossible. No, shit happens. Okay, 320.74, Meta. Why am I looking at Meta? I usually it on M. That's okay, but I can put that up for now on here because I do watch it on my top screen. And I'm going to put that up to 75. So 320.75, 320.75 will be our resistance. Okay, right there. This here we're going to put right above the VWAP, the lower VWAP. Okay, we're going to put that, actually 320, let's go a little higher, 320.75, let's go 320, let's go 390, let's go, we only need $1 on Meta. I don't know how Meta got in there anyway. It's supposed to be NVIDIA. I must have been looking at something. Okay, and NVIDIA. There we go. And, of course, NVIDIA is going to be in the wind. So we do our auto button, boom, and that'll bring it back. Thanks, Pete. I think that was Pete who helped me out with that also. 456.25 it's going to be. You can see everything went up nicely this morning. 456.25 is going to be our resistance. 456.25 resistance for NVIDIA. And I still have a feeling today that we haven't seen the top. I still think that something's going to bring us up a little higher before we come back down. I could be wrong. That's only a guess, but a guess that might be right at this point. And right here, you can see we have 434.25 as our resistance. Only one dot, but we'll never show. Wonder what happens then. 434.25, and we want to bring this right about here, right underneath. So I'm just going to bring it to 433 for right now as far as support. Okay, that's what we're on. So I always leave $1. I'll just make it $1 because I know it looks like it's a little higher from the chart. You know, sometimes what we think and what the chart really shows is two different things. And then here you can see Tesla. Wow. Remember yesterday I told you Tesla was going for 260 and we wake up this morning and it's over 260. So there's a good sign, you know, and it's a sign of the economy because it shows that people are buying cars, that's for sure. And I know that Tesla itself is doing a lot out there in different countries. We saw it opening plants. I think it was just what was it? South Korea and one other place, Vietnam. There was a couple of places that Tesla was moving into. That's going to be a direct conflict to Chinese EV car, which they probably stole most of the technology from us. And glad to see that. I like Elon Musk. I do. He's a very, very strange man. Sometimes it's better. He hires a lot of very good people believe him, but he should let them speak. Like when he talks, a lot of times Tesla comes down. In the past. Okay, so here we go. Just want to make a few announcements out there, let people know that I am live. All right. There's live there. Okay, and he's doing options. Let's just do. Okay, let's put option. Oh shoot, what did I just do? That's not what I wanted to put in there. Options, LPT. There we go. Okay, just bear with me a second. Okay. Copy. And action. Cameras. We're on hold. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. Look at that spy. Just see, it's just sitting right now. We had that push right there, just about right before 10 o'clock. We had that little push, moved over a little, hesitated, looked like it was going to go a little higher. It did. I just lost you guys. Let's see why. Okay, hold on. I don't know what happened there. Moved over a little, hesitated. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay. I don't know what happened there. My internet, I'm hoping we're not having problems, but I see more of you came in the room and that's it. You just pushed me off the internet. How dare you? No, we're good. I think everything looks right now. We're on high definition. So for some of you that do have high definition, or if you want to know, a lot of times you go down to the bottom to the left where it says YouTube, there's a little wheel. All right, you open that little wheel, it says quality and playback speed. Leave your playback speed on normal, put your quality to 1080 and 60 and see if that's sharper. And then you can open the whole page too on the bottom right for somebody that might be new and don't know that. Hopefully sometime in the near future we're going to have the Webinito or some sort of software added so it's a little bit more quick time. When I say quick time, when I speak 9:50, there is some sort of a delay, okay? And I'm going to check my delay right now. It should be pretty quick because I just opened up 60. There it is. So we're about 10 seconds, which is normal for YouTube. Here's our pullback. Is there any information today? Any news out there? Let me go get the contracts for you guys. I'm gonna redo the contracts for today right now. Okay, I did come in a little earlier than I usually come in. All right, 431. We've got 430, 434 for the puts on the SPY and 435 on the calls. On SPX, okay, that I need to go check. Come on, open up. Unfortunately, there we go. October 10th, today's date, 43.55. So we have 43.55 and 43.60 for calls. That's SPX, and that would be on today's date, which is 10/10. 10/10. All right. Now everything else. Nvidia would be 450. It's over 455, so it's right there at the money. All right. But if you want to be slightly out of the money, you can go 457.50, and you can go 455, which will put you right at the money. Okay, for the put. So right now, 457 will put you out of the money because we're below. If not, it's 457 to 455. 455. That would be just at the money. or 455 2, and that would be 452.50 for let's do this for Nvidia puts. All right, because it's right at the money right now. It's actually going down. So you know what? If it's going down, then we've got. I'm gonna just leave it at 455, 455, and then your puts is gonna be 452.50. All right, since it went down, I'm gonna drop it. Okay, the next one should be AMD, which is 107, which will be 106. 106. No, 107, 107, and then 108 on the call. 108. I'm raising that one right now. That's going to be on tomorrow's contracts. I'm sorry, Friday's contracts. Friday's contracts for AMD. All the rest that I'm going to say right now. Tesla is at 265. All right, so we're at 265. Let's see if we get that in there. 265. 265.0 and 262.50. Let's see, 262.50. Hold on. Okay, that would be 262.50 puts for Tesla, and then Meta, last one, would be 320 and 317.50, which I have, and that one is correct. There is the contracts as we see them. Let me just see if I can do something real quick. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if this will work. Anybody want any other contracts that you want me to put in there? Just put them on the board and I will post them. Okay? That's up to you. Let's see if I can get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if that worked. There you go. Perfect. So now the 1010's on the bottom row. All right, I'm going to take the last one back. All right, so you see the bottom row says 1010. And the top one says 1013, which is Friday. All right, so right here we can see now that on the SPY, we are going up. We can see the markets are slightly going up. You can see that we now have resistance at 434.50. All right, and of course that brings this up too. I usually like to bring this right below the exponential, like the 10, but I'm going to bring it wherever it goes. Should be around here, which is 433.70. Okay, let's just edit this up to, it'll only be 75 cents if I do this, but I'm going to make it 75. And that's 433. I still think it looks more like 70, but let's do that. And do that, and bam. And you can see right there where we had support there, we had resistance there, and it came back down and had support there. So around 433.70, there's your 50. If we're going to push, we're going to see 435 today. So I would venture to say at this point, that let's put in here 435. So I'm going to do that. Edit, and you're going to see now that our upper level, we can see we have an upper, we have a positive movement going today, going up, and that's going to bring us to 435 as our upper, not upper level. Well, hold on, I'm doing this in front of you and making mistakes. Nobody there to catch me. Catch me when I fall. Upper target. Okay, let's go here, and my upper target, my first upper target today is going to be 435 on the SPY, and there we go. I put that in there. Next, we're going to put here. We know I can't put 260, 266. I believe we're going to hit it. We're already there, so let's just take this and put. I already have 266. I'm going to leave it there. That also would be my. I'd probably say if we keep going up, 267.50 is not out of the realm at this point. Let me make this a little bigger. There we go. And we have that high. We had a push there. One shot here. So we are building higher highs. And we are building higher, let's see. Now we're coming back down. So there's a higher low. We came back down to the 30 exponential on Tesla. Is there any other stocks that anybody is watching here? I also want to bring up FinViz table, see what we're looking at. It should be positive at this point. Where are we talking? Waiting for it to open. It's not that I look at it and then tell you, and then, I can just see where the markets are going until we're in a positive mode. And you can see straight across the board. And what's on number one? Tesla. See how bright? Here's another one. PM. I don't know what that is. Um, Consumer, Philip Morris. I don't know what that is. Let's see if it's even on there. PM. See how it disappears? It's so amazing. Boy, it's gone. So it comes. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Tobacco. Oh, I was right. It is Philip Morris. Okay, great. All right. I'm gonna go back there. So Philip Morris. I guess people are smoking more or chewing more. Here's another one back in here. That's Bank. That I hate that. Bank America. BAC is Bank America, I think. All right. And you can see that's where we have our greatest right down here. There's a few in the utilities and in the basics. So, but right now you can see, and we have some stocks here for those of that are doing stocks. Let's see, we got PWFL. So I would want to add that one in. PWFL. Come on. Where am I? I'm looking at two screens in PFL. PWFL. Then we have the MOB here. Anybody know what the MOB stands for? MOB. The MOB is a market of buyers. It's not really that high anymore, but I'm going to put it in there. SRT. That's a special response team. No, just kidding. STG. It doesn't really look like. Let's see, just in case it starts coming back up, I'll put it in there. We'll keep an eye on it. TG. And that's it with my top gainers. Oh, here's another one. PGTI. I don't have that in there. All right, PGTI. And at this time, I would also take a look and say, is there anything here on the bottom from, let's say, yesterday? Okay, I don't really like penny stocks, so we'll get rid of PS. This one. And PRZO had 11 million. Keep an eye on that. MPTI. 65%, not really doing much. It's down, but let's take that out. You can't, and none of these are SFWL, 54%. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. 77 is a little overbought, so you may want to keep an eye. This one, and then you can see, look how green we are for the day. So what we'll do now is we're just going to bring this down a little bit. All right, so when we do open it, it's out of the way. We're going to reduce that and go back to our chart. You can see that we got to put this back. When you do that, make sure you put the arm back. You can see that we just hit a high of 43.92, which, like you can see, 434. What did I say? 434.92. So that gives us 435 as our level. We were just 8 cents away from our target there, and that's going to bring this up to about, at least we're at 50. I would say at least 75. That's where we're at right now. And you can see there's a lot of resistance right there, but we're trying to push, let's say 85. I think we're going to go for it. All right. There's a good shot. We're going to hit the 435. And that will be my first target met there. Okay, what do I got going here? Why am I not seeing what I want to see? All right, there we go. And, oh, that's, okay, I'm in the wrong room. Let's get out of there. Okay. Just want to do something real quick. Okay. And how are we doing? Okay. All right. Let's go back to the lobby. Let's get out of there. And yeah, buddy. And I'll leave those guys alone. Okay. They're looking good. Tech's still watching the SPY. Did he get anything so far? I'm just trying to see if bring this down. Oh, I want to bring that back up. What did I just do? Shoot. I did something I should have done. Hold on. Okay, that's good. There we go. I meant to put the charts up here. I took it off. I didn't close it, but okay. And then Meta, by the way, Meta is now with the resistance. The support just became the resistance, and that means, let's say, we're going to bring the support down to about 319, 318, 319. Wrong computer. 319 is the support, and let's see, and 319.75. I'm gonna bring that down. So that came down a whole dollar on Meta. 319.75 is our resistance. Only Meta came down by itself. I want to try to see what it's kind of following. not the SPY. It looks like it's following more on the NVIDIA chart. So if you look at the Meta chart and the NVIDIA chart, you'll see, let's bring that down here. So a lot of times I like to see what stocks are following what. And if you look at Meta here, and if you open this chart up a little bit more, okay, right there. Okay, so if you look in here, let's minus that a little more, you'll see the chart in here is almost identical to in here. All right, they're very much the same. It went up, came down, went up, pulled back. So it went up, came down, went up, slight pullback right here. It's very, very similar chart. If I could put them next to each other, you would see. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Good morning, Julian. Give me 1 second. Good morning, folks. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going through a lot with the sale of a house that I have, and unfortunately, don't deal with Israelis because they always try to steal from you when it comes to doing real estate deals. They don't care if you're Jewish or you're not or whatever. It's all about business. The best businessmen in the world. And I got a feeling that right now I'm going to have to fix up this house and do it myself. And it's been closed for over a year. Okay, so while I was gone, you can see I'm correct. My top screens. You can see I hit my target, and we pulled back down right again to 435, which is right here. So again, I'm going to leave that here. So we did hit that target, right on the target. Look at that, 435.25. What did I have? Oh, I had 435. So 435.25. We're still holding around here. So I hit my first target. My second target would have been 435.25. And right now we're going to move this up. And if we continue, I'm going to say 45 right there because they'll try for the 435.50. But let's see. It doesn't mean that we're going to get there. We have a pullback right now. And you can see if our pullback is down to right to the 13 exponential. That's what I expect. I would expect the pullback to there and then to try again. And if we don't see that, then of course we're going to pull back to maybe somewhere in the area of 434. But right now we're still trying to hold that area. You can see that we're on the high 430, we're at 435, where all the resistance was, exactly where I had put it. But right now, I don't know why that moved. I must have had that open. But 435 is our resistance right now, and we're trying to push over. And if we do push again this time, I put 435.45 because I think we'll shoot for 435.50. There'll be a lot of resistance up there, and either we're going to move right through it, depending on what news, and we haven't had any news since 10 o'clock. So right now, I don't know if there's anything, any Fed talks, any kind of talks right now. I wasn't paying attention, and you can also see on NVIDIA, which I wasn't watching because I stepped away. You know, you lose your concentration when you get these phone calls just at the wrong time, but it was that important. I had to take it. Also, Meta just moved up to 320. It's got resistance now at 321. So I'm going to move my resistance up on Meta to 321. Okay, and we're right shy of there. Also, on AMD, I'm going to move up my resistance from 108.25 to 50. All right, so 108.50. All right, and let's see. Now we've got 457. Let's edit this up to 450, 457 resistance right here on NVIDIA. We're just slightly over, so let's say possibly next step up would be 457.25. We have a lot of resistance up there, and we want to go about $2 less here, so we want to bring this up to, let's say, 455. And that's about $2 right there. I always try to leave NVIDIA. It's the only one because of the way it travels. I figured out that even though this shouldn't be Meta, this should be Tesla. I don't know how that got moved over. I guess I was looking at it before. Just compare them side to side when I got sidetracked. Sorry about that. I do apologize. And you can see here that we have 267.50 is our resistance on Tesla, which probably going to give us at least 268 as a target. All right. And if 267.50, then I want to bring this down to 266.25. So we want to bring this up $3 here because I hadn't gotten to it because I was doing the comparison of Meta. And let's see right there. It should be about $1.25. We're going up. So I'm going to say again, if I'm going to put a target in here for the day and we continue the way we're going, let's say that right now 268 will be my target for my high target. Come on. HIGH, higher target. Am I typing? Yep. And what did I say? 268. We can't get, there's a lot of resistance at the 50, 267.75 right now. Okay, so I want to show this on the right and put this to green above, red for resistance, green for support. I thought red, I keep thinking green in my head. And we're going to make a chop line here. So we say, okay. It's not that close. It's too close. 267. Let's just move it up for the day. Let's just say, let's go for it. It's really far out there, but this day is still early. And let's say that we're looking at resistance at about 268. And let's to the left. Let's put this back. I'm not saying that it's going to hit there. I'm just saying there's a good possibility that's where traders will try to bring it to. And you can see this. Look at this straight up. You want to look at this for a second on, let's see what time, on a 3-minute. Let's see how it looks. Bring that back there. Okay, so look at that, was straight up. So I wouldn't suggest doing that if you're new here, because the way this thing moves, it's great if it's going the trend in the direction you want, but if it's not, you got to watch it minute to minute because you can get really hurt. You have to, unless you, a lot of people, I know a lot of traders here don't use stop losses. And if you're using mental stop losses, you got to be very careful because as quick as this can go up like this, it can go down like this, okay? And let's see, I'm going to put this down to 266 in one angle on 266. Here we've got, what did I put in here? 260 is 25. We seem to have a lot of resistance. I'm going to take it down a little lower to 35 right now, even 25. There's a lot of resistance at 25. So 25, and then here, what did I put this at? 268. Well, there's my daily plan on that one on Tesla. You know, Tesla's not a quick 1, 2, 3 type of deal unless some news comes out. And you can see here we did hit this again at the 433.45. We did hit. SPY is going up, so we can bring this now to about 75. It's our next limit. Is our next step up on the SPY for where I believe it's going to go. Also, now we have support at about 50. So you can see we're holding that 50 for how long I don't know. We got to see if there's a pullback, or if it just continues to plow through like it's been doing, all right? And then here, we're gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna activate it. So it gives me more control to see where I'm going. And right about there, 435, that's really, really tight. I'm gonna take this down a little bit, bring it down a notch to 75. That'll give me about 75 cents in my channel, which is not a lot. What do I have here? Yeah, 75 cents in my channel here. And we're still moving up, which tells me that, and you can see the Tesla in itself is not following the SPY. NVIDIA seems to slightly be following in direction, but not move to move. Okay, let's see what we got here. Any other stocks we're watching? SPY, 15 calls at 98 cents. Boy, you must be really out of the money on that one. Clay, but sometimes smarter to do what he's saying. So let's just take a quick look. So if I go in here, and let's say he looking at calls, here's your calls, we'll be at 980, just out of the money, and he's at, let's go to SPY. I want to take a look at what he's doing. I like when people post that. So it gives me an idea, and I'm assuming that he's October 10th. He didn't write it. He sold at 117, so he got in and out already. So here you have 98, okay, was the call. If it was 98, that was earlier. Oh, I got you. Okay, so it's 435 calls. That's, I was going to say, if you had stayed in, you'd be a dull. You got out too quick. You got in, got out, but a lot of times we talk about just taking some profit, which he did. Now, 1,500 shares, okay, 15 calls is 1,500 shares, okay, times a matter of he made 19 cents. Say, figure 20 cents. Real, what did he make? But he could have made more than double that. If you look right now where we're at, he got a little scared on the pullback, I'm sure. I have to look at the exact place. But you can see, but sometimes buying even 10 contracts would have been cheaper than buying one contract of SPX, because we looked at the SPX and you can see on the same call right now, it's 87 cents on the SPY. And if you go look now and you bring this down to, come on, open up for me. There we go. The SPX, it was like $8 and something. Ready? Watch. Come on. You good? Oh wow! Look at this. Now it's over $9. There it is, $8. So you got 10 times. So it was a good move. To him, looking ahead and saying, you know what? Does it pay to buy? Does it pay by 10? 10 equals or 2 of SPX. So you have to weigh that out. And I think he did better. He did the right thing. He saw the pullback and got out, looking for another entry. That's fine, but I think you got out too quick. Because of where you were in, he brought you back close to where you got in, but you really didn't even go further down. I see what you did, but I always know that there's a pullback. And we can't see it now. It was over a little further, but you can always see we pull back to the 13 and then we push forward again. And that's what we did over here. This is about, if he earlier, he had to be either in here or somewhere in here, I'm assuming, because we were up that high. It would have been in the 90-cent range for the SPY. But kudos to you either way, because the fact is, what the important part is that you made money, okay? You got in and you got out with a profit, and that's what we're looking to do. So sometimes it's not about how much we coulda, woulda, and shoulda. We don't play that game because woulda, coulda, shoulda doesn't pay the bills, okay? 200 here, 200 there. Let's see, what I always like to put up there and say, shut up or put up. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know what I mean? I'm sure he said to himself after, but now he's looking at it and saying, look at that pullback, and you bought it at 435 calls. I don't know the exact price of the contract. Are you in, Clay? But good job, you know, absolutely a good job. So he got in, he got out, and then we could see, I don't know how early or what time. He might have been in here, and then it went up here. 200 a day is 50K a year. Yeah, I guess so. 200 a day is, yes, 1,000 a week, and you have 1,000 a week, and you have 50 weeks is 50,000. Yep, you got it. Well, we got to get you to the next range is what we got to do. Because how many days you make 200, you don't quit, and you end up with a $500 loss. We all like to talk about what we won, but we never want to talk about what we lose. In order to be a good winner, you got to be a good loser. And the thing is, in stock trading, you got to know that you're not going to win every time. Nobody does. Not Deck, not anybody, not Kush, not Caesar, not myself. We all take losses. The idea is to reduce our risk, get out quick, and make sure that we keep our losses down to about 5%. Somewhere in that area, between 5 and 10, depending on the size or the size of the position and the price of the shares. All right. And a lot of people, you have to realize, even on contracts or stocks, you can right click, go down to buy custom, and you can automatically put in here 300 stock with a 25-cent stop loss right there. If I've got 500 shares of a stock at 25-cent stop loss, then it means if it goes down, depending on the price of the stock, all right, because it's going to change for each stock on that 25 cents, but it represents about 20% on that position, all right, 20% on the amount of being invested. But what I'm looking at is every time I make a call, make a trade, I want to lose no more than 25 cents on certain deals, and sometimes on lower price stocks, like on a dollar stock, I can do more than a 25-cent leeway if I wanted to, but remember, 25 cents, 500 shares is 125. So we try to keep it between 75 and 150. All right, when I go in to do a trade. Now you can see there's a pullback here. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. Our resistance level now has come back down. All right, what do we got here? We got 435.50, and I think we're down now to about 25. So let's just bring it down a little bit. I'm still going to leave my target at the same place because we're waiting for a pullback to push forward. Otherwise, the whole thing, and it's got a far way it can drop, you have to look and say, you know what? We opened this day at 432. We're up $3 today, all right, or $2.50. So we have a long way that this can come back down if something happens or doesn't happen to make it happen, all right? Send that to the left. So right now, we're holding on to our profit level. Right now, we see NVIDIA is still climbing higher. Our next step for NVIDIA is going to be 458. So already you can see we're up right now 50 cents, but I'm going to bring this for a 75-cent call on our higher target or for our resistance at the same place. And there it is, 440. Just as I'm putting it in, it went from 450.70 something right up to where I put it. Just look at that, just as I did it. And that's the way you have to do it, but you got to be a little quicker at it. That's all, you know. It threw me off on that phone call. It really did. It threw me because I have a lot of thoughts in my back mind here. 456. Let's see, 456 and 50 cents would be my support right now. Well, I got 45, which is good. Probably was right at the 45. I should have left it. That's good. Okay, so there's my support there. And then here, look at this. We almost hit that on my, I had it at 268. We hit 267.68. This really should have been at 75. Okay. But I was going for my daily to say, let's go for that. So even 267 and 75 cents would be my target right now. Once we get there, we'll hit the 268. And then here, let's see what we got here. All right. Boom. Let's see. 266.09, 260.650. I'm going to leave it at 266. We're still holding here. You can see we're in the channel. We're in this channel. And we went from the first channel here, you can see it straight across, to the second channel. Trying for the third channel, we did not. It was a lot of resistance up there. We hit within, I really should have made it 75, but I said I'm really going to go out there, which I did. 200-day, okay. Sorry, I read something else. All right, and there's our pullback. So right now you can see with that as a pullback, that's going to bring us down to 434 support, okay? And 434 support, and we got 435.25 is still where we're at here, but it's going to bring all this down. And if we're pulling back, let's see what happens. You got to also take into consideration that the SPY is the most heavily manipulated stock out there. I don't know a stock that is as much manipulated as that one is. Sorry about that. There's my 458. As I told you, it would hit on NVIDIA. Okay, and I'm still holding tight for this. I have it at 75. We're going to hit, and then probably hit my 268, is which my original higher target I put for I still think that's the target right now for Tesla. Tesla's a great stock. Tesla's the kind of stock that if I had a lot of money extra, or if I was much younger today, I would have bought Tesla when it dropped down and it split to about 100 and I don't know what it was, 103, 105, $111 a share. Look at where it's at now. I mean, even for long term, that's less than a year. If we look at Tesla, let me see, in the last 52-week range, 101.81, that was the low. So right there, 101, where we just hit a 52-week range, we had a high of 299. So you would have made close to $198, $195, say 200. You would have made $200 times X amount of shares. So can you imagine the money you could have made long term? And it would have been, you still have to hold it if you want long-term capital gains, which is a year and a day. If not, anytime you sell a stock, buy and sell, under a year you pay, thank God we don't have to figure out each one, every trade we make. All we do is have our broker upload it into, H&R Block or whoever you use for your tax. And you can see we're getting pullback on the SPY, but we're not getting as much pullback on NVIDIA. Meta is still running. Meta just ran to 321.75. Okay, so Meta's got 321.75 as its what do you call it? As its resistance point right now and high of the day. And I'm going to put it in about 320.50, 320.50 as my support. I got 45. I'm going to leave it right there because it looks good. 320.50 really support. Now you have on AMD. AMD went up to 108.84. All right. Right now being 75 to be my resistance point. There's a lot of resistance. It popped above, but then of course it came right back down. And I would also say if you're watching AMD, which I do, I watch it daily, that you got about 107. Let's see. 75, just about, maybe a little low. I would say the VWAP is my point of support. All right, that's on that. What else do we got going here? Let me just see something. I can't get this mouse over. All right, that's good. Watch the. What else? What else? Look, right now our FinVish should come down a little, but we still should be close to the plus. We are. Okay. Because we had a very, very good day from the start, from the jump. So though we had, look at Microsoft, Apple, Google, all three of them together, all right there sitting on the fence. They're not down much. They're down a little, less than 2%, less than a percentage of a percent. Okay. Here, same thing, and here they're all down slightly. But here, look at Tesla with a 2.88%, almost 2.9. Okay, Amazon 1.15%. Meta's just there. I told you Meta was really starting to move. It's green, but not too bright, not like Bank of America. Yeah, Bank America, Tesla. We have certain sectors doing really. Consumer, cyclical, energy down today. Look at that. Prices, they're trying to bring the prices down with the peace treaties between Israel and Saudi Arabia, which is now probably on halt. Unfortunate what's going on there. Okay, again, we have high resistance. Let's see. I still see a 435.25 is my resistance. This has got to be higher than my support's a little bit higher. I just stuck it out of the way. All right, and let's put that up about 434. That's going to bring us at about 50%, 75 cents at 434.50 support. And you can see that's an old resistance which became support back here. And that puts us really about here, which is about 435.75, which leaves a very, very small channel. So if we continue to drop, I want to have enough of it in a channel. But we can see, look at this, NVIDIA is still moving up, 458.35, which is going to bring us up now to 458.50 as our next step up. And that would be, I always put 45 would be my resistance point, would be 45. So that's why a lot of times I do that. And instead of making it 50, I'll make it 45. Right now it's 35. But I'm going to push it up because I think it's going to push very soon. And let's just make it 45. And then here, look at this. We did hit. There is my higher target on that. And you can see 267.75 was my target there. But before, if you remember, I told you I put in... what did I put on Tesla? I put on 268 and we hit 267.92. So you can see I was right. I brought it down to show you. I hit the target there at 75, but I'm going to bring it up because I still think we're going to hit that 268. And I told you on the long term for the day, and I said it was early, I still think we're going to hit that 268. We almost got there. You can see where we're at now. All right, and that puts us support around 267. All right, and I've got 266, 267. We really like to be like $1.25. Let's just make this 266.75, and that's going to put us at about. It puts this up to 75 from 25. That's where we have all our resistance now, right there, with 268 as, and there it is. Look at the jump, 268.32. That was some jump. I don't know if you can see this, but let's take a quick look if I can get my 2-in-1. And bring in Tesla in here. And you can see just then, at that spot right there, what a jump. Did you see that? I was just watching that chart when it happened. And it was a good call. And I'm 2 for 2 right now. Actually, 3 for 3. All right, right there, I've got 543,000 shares on the 1 minute right there. So that was a beautiful pop. That went from from 267.80 and it hit 268.32 as a pop. And of course, that's going to bring us up now to 50. So 268.50 will be our next target. And that brings this at 268, where I think I have it, is 267. And you see it came right back down. But that's where all our resistance is right now, is 268. All right, how far we're going to go today? Wow, you know what? If I was going to go for a really long distance call right now, really putting it out there, at the rate that we're moving here in the market, I'm going to have to say 270 is my upper target. Okay? So, though we're not there yet, I'm going to just reach out there right now and put something, excuse me, I'm going to go out there and say that right now we're looking for 269. Okay? But I think in the ultimate, I think in the minds of investors, they're looking at 270. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Okay, and 268 here is now what I have. 268 is my resistance point, and I have 269 now as a higher because I've already hit 3 out of 3 on targets, on upper targets. I didn't put any target in NVIDIA because I went to do it before when it was at 457.99. I said 458, and it just went there, so I didn't put any target in there. Okay. Look at Tesla. Look at Tesla. Tesla's always that stock, man. You can always make money on it. I'm surprised, Clay, that you weren't taking contracts on Tesla. And right there, we've got 435.50. So 435.50. We're getting a pullback here on the SPY. 435.50. I've got the 25 right now. That's our immediate is 25, and I brought this to 75. Though it's a 434.50. Let's see. 435.50 right there. 435 is our support at this point. But it puts us nowhere. I mean, that puts us right at the money. If you look what's happening here, that's 435 is right about right there. So I don't want to put it there because I don't think 85.95 right there. 434.90. Let's see if we can hold this position. If we can hold that position. If not, it's going to drop. I'm holding back here like a guy, like in a baseball. All right, and the guy's about to shoot the ball, and I'm thinking that it's going to go that much further out into the field, so I'm waiting there to catch it. And that's what a lot of investors do. They wait for a big drop, which is the right way. You look for what we call what do you call that? Retracement. So we're looking here for about a 30-40% retracement. So let's say from right here at 435.60, and now we're down to 435.60, 435. Right there, you have about a 10% retracement. There's about 40 cents in retracement right there. How much are we looking for? We're talking about the SPY now, okay? And right now we got 435. I still have a 435.25 resistance. But when it pops, it's going to pop fast and hard. We're also looking. We had that on Meta. Meta did the same thing. Hit a high of 322.15. Kind of waiting on 269 for a put entry. On Tesla, I don't know if I would do that. I can't bet against Tesla. I don't know. I could do that on the SPY, but not with Tesla. Because Tesla's going to have a pullback and then it's going to push forward again. And right now, I mean, if you everything that shows me, you'd be going against the trend. Okay, even if I put a bottom trend line on here, and I come from my bottom of my day, which is about here. Look at this. We got total. Let's say even to where we are right now, without crossing, there. And let's just cancel my left. And then I'd have to be somewhere. I can't even get. I've had so many of those active steps from here to here. That's almost. Look at that. Let me see if I can. See, you can't. Can you? Right about. Right there. Look at that. Let's cancel the left. But any way you look at it right now, I can't bet on it that way because what I'm showing is I have ascending and ascending. Let me just bring this a little further. Let's activate that trend line, and let's see if I can bring it right to there. That gives us 2 steps from today. That's perfect. Look at that. That's a little further. Without crossing. We're right on it. Activate it. About. I can't get it exactly where I want it, but you got the idea. So we have ascending here and ascending here. There's no way I'm betting. You got the same thing here. You got ascending on the bottom. You got ascending on the top. There's no way I'm going to bet against that at this moment until some sort of news. And with war going on out there, the markets are going up. We're watching new highs coming out on everything. Look across the board, 435, 458, 268. I'm looking Meta, 322, high at 108.84 at AMD. We just keep hitting new higher highs, okay, without stop. The market, and it's not going really fast. It's going consistently, which would worry me more if I was in puts to the fact how it's going to pull back. When it pulls back, it's going to pull back hard and fast. I think that's what you're thinking on Tesla if we get to that 269, but I don't know. Right now we're still holding place. I want to get rid of look at this, still showing up. See it? So what does that put us? 435, back to 435.50. Starting to move back up again. All right, starting to move back up a little. 438.50. I still think here that my ultimate goal would be, not that we're going to hit it yet. All right, I got 459 on Nvidia, 269, and let's say 436 right here. I'll put it up there. I'm on 75. I just wanted it to hit it first. Say I hit it. But if you want to go all out there, let's say that our real target is $436. All right, we'll be right there. We still have very much ascending on everything we're looking at. A little bit of a pullback here on Tesla. There's your pullback, all right, which is going to lead you up to You see, when we come down to right about where the support is, if we hold that support, that's going to be a great place to do the call. And it's right under the 13, so we really need to hold very soon. So you got pull back and spring forward. Everything it's done is come up, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come down. But each time, okay, right now I'm a little worried. We had a little bit of consolidation in here, and then it started to try to spring forward. So it did one more time here, giving us really, let's say, about 35. All right, 268.35. That was 268. See, we have a pullback to 267. We've got to hold that support. 266.75. Let's say now I can pretty much see clear that we need to hold this. I had it lower. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to raise it up to 267. All right, which puts this at 268. That's what we got it on Tesla. Actually, it's always $1.25 more. I always like to be in $1.25 channel. So I'm going to bring this to 268.25. All right, that's how I do things. Is that 100%? No, but it seems to be working. All right, if I got that $1.25 channel, SPY, I always need about $1 channel in the SPY. So I got 438.50, really 434.50. That put me right there, 434.50. That's why I said that's how much I believe there's enough that it can drop down really quick and hard. Now what's going to happen? 267.25, it pulled back up. See, we keep holding that support level, 267. What's Deck looking at, just for curiosity? He's looking at options right now to go, he's looking at puts on the SPY. He believes it's going to drop back down, or he's already in them. Let's see, I can't tell. He's got this light speed thing, I can't tell what's going on with it. Not like the last one he used to use. So 436, he's using today's date, October 10th, at 436 strike price. Let's see, 436, knowing Deck, he's got to be out of the money. So let's go back to the SPY. He's afraid of SPX. 436, look at that, just out of the money. So he's not putting out that much, and the problem is, and that's fine, your delta's over 40, and you're almost twice that on your theta, which is fine. You don't have to worry about theta at that when you're just out of the money. So that is fine where he's at. On the contracts he's looking at, I would do the same thing myself if the put is where I wanted to go. But after that pullback there, I would have been looking at 435 for a call, not a put. Okay, you have to look at what it's doing. And when it came down here, it created a lower low, but it came back up, and then it created a higher low here. All right, and then slightly here. So it looks like it's still trying to push up. Unless some people think about whether or not we're looking at, okay, people may call this 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. Are we going to see the third top? We have to get a little bit higher than this, like around that 70. See, at 435 that's high. A new high a day, and then we're going to see a great pullback. Or you might see a real good push to that 436, which is here. It's going to be a push. It's really going to be a push. It's a lot of shares. That's why I liked when I had it, and I said, you know what? I felt comfortable at saying 435.75. That is our next push point, and it's the next step up. And right there is our upper target right now, is 75, which will give us a new high of day. All right? But I'm hoping that when it does push up, it will push over. If not, it's going to be a fake out. But it looks like 1, 2, and we're heading for the third head of a Head and Shoulders. Let's see what happens. It's a strange. And he wants 269. And look, he could be, Clay could be right on that too. 269, what do I got here again? Was 269. So, and right now we have a high of 268.32. I should have 30.25. Let's see, 35. Let's just move this up a little bit and make that where the high of the day was to 35. Let's just tweak it out because we're looking for a new high a day. So that would put it at 35 resistance. We want to get over that point. Elliot's 25.35. And here it is. Here it is on NVIDIA. We just got a new high a day at 459.35. I have 458. You can see how it pushed up. And we got 459.45 is our next point up right there. That's really our next target, 459.50. So we are still moving up, market, and there we go. There we go with the SPY, just as I said. That's why when Deck put in their put, I said call. I do just the opposite of what Deck says. Is he still watching it? He bought and he still has that put in there at 202. He's got to be losing. He's got to be losing money. I can't tell what he's doing. So anyway, I said call. He said put, and look what's happening. 435.50. I already hit my resistance mark. I had 75, 435.75. We're very, very close. I think I'm going to hit my target again. What do you think? You could make money on my targets. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. It is time at 10. Oh, it's 11. I gotta take my medication here. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just take a few of these. Put that back, that back. That's too intense for now. And I'll hold off on that. Okay. That's good. I gotta take my blood pressure meds. I have good news, everybody. My target is about to hit. Okay. Okay. What I'm looking at right now is I've been on a diet. I hit the highest I've ever been in my entire life, and I hit 203 a little over a week and a half ago. I've gotten it down so far. This morning I hit 195 with just underwear on. 195. I need to get back below 190. I'm trying so hard to watch what I eat. Those cookies at night, my wife killed me and she bought cookies and threw me off. I'd be down to 193. And even watching these bananas at 70, 100 and what? Each one is about 70 calories. Let's see, how many calories in a banana? I think about 70. 105, I was wrong. 105, which is even worse. So 105 and one of these, I should put this back for later. 180. That would put me at less than 300. I can go eat a yogurt. Go have yogurt. Yogurt and bananas. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Hit my resistance and my target for 449. I had 459.50. I just hit that one on NVIDIA. And let's see. Still haven't hit that target. We pulled back. You see, as the market's going up, what's happening is Tesla's pulling back. So I guess we were too late on that. Our target was too high. But we did hit the 268.32. So before I had that 268, once we hit that, I thought maybe the next target would be 269. But I had the 268.50 originally, which put me 18 cents. And look at the SPY. Bingo! Right through the target. What did I tell you was going to happen? It would go right through the target. Wow. Look at that. Let me take a quick look. And you can see, like right here, you can see right here. I need the double to see the amount of volume. And I got to take the time of sales out. Okay, right here you got 200,000, and you got here 556. That was 800,000 shares right there. That's amazing, just out of nowhere. Okay, and I told you, and there, our new target is right there, which would become 437, 436.50. 436.50 right now is our next target. Right there, 436.50 target, and now we've got about 436 as our resistance. Look at that. That's up another 50 cents. 436, and that's going to bring this to 435. Another 50 cents. Told you, all around. I told you, don't ever count that SPY out. Who was in that call? Who was in that call? Who saw what I saw? 435.50. I'm going to bring up a little. 25. 435.25. 435. We're positive right now. I'm going to go 35. Let's go 435.35. In the year 3535, if man is still alive, if woman can survive. You didn't know I used to be a singer in the band? I was. Okay, 459 is now going to bring us, we won $2, is going to bring us up to, let's just bring it, really was only 50 cents, but let's just leave it at 457.50. That puts us about $1. We're holding here, and the markets are going up, and FinViz now shows us probably over 200. Let's see. Look at that. 199. What a good guess, huh? 199.54. Let me do a little of this. I got it. Come on, I said 200. There you go. 204. Active trader. Called it again. I think I know what I'm doing. All right. That was awesome. What a move. What a move. 436.25. I got 436.50. My 436 hit. So I'm like 4 for 4 right now. Who's capitalizing on this? And then here, that's going to bring on Tesla our support down just a little bit. I don't want to move it, but I got to go to 2685 support. What are we at? Just where we're at. I didn't even see it. So let's go to 75. Because that means there's a lot of resistance there, and that's going to be our support, which looks like it lines right up. That is amazing. Look at that. 268.35. 25 would be 268. And even though that was a high, 266, let's edit that down and just bring it to 268. That's our $1.25. You'll see how it always lines up. Right there, you had a lot of resistance until it popped, and right there, so you can see that's where a lot of resistance was all back here down to as far as 267.85. So this is really probably even a little lower to 75, 267.75. Still going down a little bit. There's your pullbacks. There's your pullback finally at 11.11. But right here, we're still strong as long as we stay right here above that 433, right there, 65 mark on the 13 exponential. Let's see what I got here. 440. Remember before 440? 440 is your 50. Can you imagine? That's your simple movement average is 440 on the SPY. We were only about $3.75 away. That would have been the goal of traders to bring it to the 50-day. And then here, don't worry about that. 13 exponential is here. We're still trying to push. Wow, that was totally amazing. Never put it past there's people out there who have so much money. If you think about right now what we're talking about, and you saw that just on one of those candlesticks, we had 535,000 shares traded, all right, times 400, we'll just average 436 at the moment, at the time. That was 230. So we had between 200 and 300 million shares. We had almost 300 million, maybe more, over 300 million shares traded in 2 minutes on the SPY. That's incredible. And if you look right now, if we go into the SPY on Yahoo Finance, at my age, you can get away with eating. So I hope nobody's offended. 459.55. We have 77,000. Okay, in less than 2 hours, we've done 23 million shares traded. So our average, let's take that 75. I'm going to take the 77 million. I'm going to put that into my calculator. And I'm going to divide that by 6.5. That's how many hours during the day. Gives us 11.8. Say 12 million candles times. And times at 11 o'clock when it's all happened, say an hour and a half times 1.5, even 1.6, is 18.9. We're at 23. So we are above average trading right now. That's great. That is a good thing. That tells me, and we have a positive, and at the same time, I'm going back and forth with two computers. We have a positive over 222 points right now on the Dow. That shows a lot of stability in the markets right now. But right now, what's going on in the world, there's like very little stability. And I've always said that anytime there's war, we're at war. We really are. We're with Israel. We're at war. Okay. And right now, if I don't know what's it called, the terrorists up in southern Lebanon. I can't. It starts with an H. I can't think of the name of the terror. If they start bombing, and they already are, they're bombing Tel Aviv, and if they hit Jerusalem, that's it. It's an all-out war at this time. We're looking at World War III right now, and we're looking at, unfortunately, this sucks, but we're looking at NATO and the world with us. Okay, the rest of the world against China, North Korea, Russia, and Iran. You got those 4 major countries. Look at the size of Iran. Iran can swallow up, all the rest of those other countries together in one swoop. That's a lot of territory in this world, okay? But America's still very, very strong. The only possible problem is we have a very weak leader, and we're too far away from an election to change that at the moment. Look what's happening just in the House alone, all right? Here's a new high today with the SPY at 436.27, which now puts us up to, that wasn't right, 25. I don't know how that got in there. Must have done an adjustment. All right, 436.25, and there we go. And here's my 436.50. Bam! There it is. And there's my target. Hit again, 5 for 5. 5 for 5. And look at NVIDIA. Hit that high. I told you, next one on there was 460, and there it is. And 460 was hit. Okay? What a bam. Out of where? What is the news? Okay? Let's look at the news real quick. Okay? Because something's making this all move. And only 11:06. It says, pay attention to Wall Street positioning ahead of important inflation data. U.S. General warns Iran. Wow. U.S. General warns Iran. What's this on the bottom here? Aora call raises hedges, Fed balance sheet. I'm looking at the news here. I'm trying to make out what this is. Hold on. This just came up on the news thing here. Just a real quick look. I don't know what all this is. Support zones, Aora call. All right, I don't know where it came from or why. Let me move this back so I can read it. All right, and then wholesale trade sales, that was the same as before. So just an important inflation data is what came up, all right? And look at this thing. We are still going. So where's our next one? Okay, we already hit the 436.50, all right? And we got to call 437. That is our next big step up, all right? I expect to pull back first to at least 437. Where are we at? 437, we're already below there. How could that be? 430, I'm reading it wrong. My eyes. 436.55. 436. 436. My resistance now is 436.50. 50. Yeah, let's put that in there. 436.50. And here, come on. 436.50. Is 435.75. Gives us 75 cents in our channel. 435. I think it's higher. I think we're close to the 436 mark. Let's see if we can hold that. We're moving up. Let's see if we can hold that 436 as support. And it's right below the 13 exponential. So you can see right there. And then I have the 50. It only leaves us 50 cents. Let's go to 65 as all are just tweaking it out at this point to see what we're looking at. And I still think 437 would be the mark. Here, look at this, 460.74. This is amazing. This is really amazing. 460, it's another 75-cent push. Okay, here. And we're over that already. Of course, putting it as a 461 is our target. And then here, we got 268.73 still. And I had put that, I went high. Remember I said 75? I would have hit. But I just pushed it out there and said 269. So I got to live with it. All right? And now, I would have had that on the, I just did it because I'm looking long term on this. 268. And right now, we've got a lot of resistance at 268.50. And here would be 267.25. 267. Did I do that right? I did. I'm doing a blindfolded by the amount of taps, like a blind man on an elevator. He uses you ever see the numbers on an elevator? You'll see what says first floor, second. On the side, where the button's right below them, there's always Braille. And blind people know which floor to get off. But how do they know if they got off the wrong floor? They do. Because it rings, ding, ding, and they keep count of every time it goes up on floors. Let's activate this up a little here, and I'm going to put 458.50, 458.50 on Meta as support. Wow, what a day! That's got to put us about 250 right now. What do we got? Look at that, just popped in 249.50. Did you see that? It just popped in as I opened it to the new one. 240. I said 250. Yes, perfect. What's a high? What stocks are moving? Anybody watching the stocks? Let's see. Look at this one. SPCB. Wow. SPCB. Did I have that in here? I didn't. Wow. Where did that come from? SPCB. SPCB. It's only a penny stock. That's why I wasn't watching it. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. We're all watching carefully. 461. GOG new high of the year. Really? I didn't see that. I don't. It's because probably I don't watch Google. But let's see. Google. Google. Here we go. Where is it? Down here. See, that went from red. Remember before Microsoft, Apple, and Google were all in this color? You see? It went from minus to positive. Good Meta. Very nice. So what I need to do is to put this here and need to tap on your Google, GOG, and we can see high of the year is 140.18 range with a 52-week range. Very good, 140.18. At least somebody's watching Google. I'm going to leave it up there on mine so I can keep an eye on it. Because Google really is a stock you should watch. I don't watch it as much, and I should. Okay, Tesla, let's move that over. I still got this one here from yesterday. Let's get rid of that one. And what did I say? It was SPCG. See if I got that right. Wow. Is that right? SPCG? SPCB. All right, I got another one, public company. SPCB. Okay. And that one's up 47 cents. That stock's almost doubled for the day. Can you imagine that? 47, it opened to 36, opened 71, previous close 36 cents, and now that stock's at 84. SPCB. Definitely worth looking at. Statistics show that it's probably got a very high 5 million float. That's very low for a penny stock. That low, okay? And let's see, that's statistics. Let me see historical data. All right, it's got plenty of historical data. That's amazing. Very low for a penny stock to have only 5 million shares out there. That tells you that whatever it is, they don't want to give up too much of that company. Okay, that's what it tells me. SPCG. Anybody know anything about that company? Look at Meta. Amazing. Meta hit 323.40, which now brings it. I'm going to make that it's $2 up. 323.40 is the resistance point right now and the high of day for Meta. 323, and we're going to bring that to right over there at 322.40. That gives us $1. I'm going to go 35. 322, 322, and 323 on Meta. Meta, what a push! And we had a nice push to 109 on which would have been my resistance point and my upper target for AMD. So it hit the 109, all right, and then pulled back, but held most of it. So 109 now resistance and upper target, and pullback was to 108.50, which is going to give me 108 as my support right now on AMD for anybody who's watching AMD. And let's take a quick look. Look at it, still in the same pattern here. Hasn't really moved much. It's come down a little bit to here. If I was going to do anything, I would have done this. You'll see I would have had that step. So let's activate that. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's edit. I want activate. I must have hit the wrong one. Activate. There you go. Yeah. It never really hit exactly where I thought it might. Okay, and it got sharp. Let's say, let's cancel the right and then put in an active step in there where you can see where that's where the major change happened, right about there to here. So we changed direction slightly, and we want to cancel the left. There you go. So you can see we were going up, and there we go across. But we have a squeeze in here too. So if we're forcing the squeeze, we could have that push back up. We'll put this up, and I would put then my upper at about 269.75 to 269. I'm going to say 270 would be my higher target for the day. We already hit. Here's my target was at. Let me get rid of this for a second. All right, my target here was 269. We did not hit that yet. We're so close. I was within 27 cents. But the minute we hit that target of 269, our upper target's going to be 270 right there. Okay, it's going to be about 270. So watch, and then we'll change this back up, and you'll see this active step will change, and this line here will push all the way up to about here. I wish I could do it that way. I can't get it to push that way. Well, I could by activating it. I could do this. If you activate it and then you pull this here forward like that, then you can push it like that, you see? And that's what I think is going to happen. I think eventually we're going to end up right like this, where I am right now. But right now, we're at the high, which is 268.73 to be exact. I can't really get it, but that's close enough. All right, it gives you an idea of where we're pushing to when it goes up. Right now we've pulled back, so let's just see what happens. Right now we got 268, so resistance is about 268.25. So I'm going to bring this back down a little bit. 268. Let's leave it at 268. That brings it down to there. I really don't like it. There's a lot of resistance there. 268, and that's going to make this 267. Actually, leave it at 267, which is a little lower, but it's $1.25. I want to bring this back up to the 25 cents. I'm just trying to tweak it out where I see it. And 268 and 25 cents. Back to where it was. Boom. All right, so there's our resistance, and we're already pushing past that. So again, our resistance is more 45, 35, 35. All right, let's just tweak this one out a little bit and make Tesla 268.35. Once we push past that, we could hit our new highs. And here you can see, again, remember I said 461? There it is, 461.30 on NVIDIA. All right, so 461 is our, so I pushed right through what was my higher, which was my resistance and my target area. It's already been hit. I just didn't put the extra line in because it's just too much work. So I'm calling them. So 461.30, right now we got 461.25 resistance. 461.25. Where will we go? Anybody know? And we got about 210, probably 217. Okay. I'm just guessing, and there's the exact 217, 218 on. So we got a very positive day here. This is just pretty cool. We were right there. We were right there, almost even, just above about 17 in the morning when it came in and just went right up. It's been an up day. And Google, new high of the year. That's just totally amazing. It really is. We're hitting new highs on a lot of stocks. What's the high of the year for the SPY? Was 459.54. So we're only $23. We're at least $22 away from the high point of the SPY in a year. That's just amazing. Oh, the high point probably in history too, wasn't it? What's the highest that the SPY's ever been? You'll find highest SPY has been in history. I know there's two different. Here's one. It says 464.86. The all-time high was 486 on January 3rd, 22. And then the 52-week high stock price is right now 459.40, above the current share price. Okay, let's just put all this information. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to put this in there for all to see. Just give me a second. Okay, copy and put that in here. There you go. What is the longest you would hold a same-day trade? Oh, that's the deck. I just put that information in Deck's room. That's okay. Somebody asks a silly question. What's the longest you would hold the same-day trade? Well, to the end of the day. You want to get out, otherwise it goes to zero and you lose your money. That's your answer. I don't understand the question. The idea when you do ODTEs, okay, folks, is not to hold it all day. It's not to see how long you can hold it and watch while you're losing money and watch it go down and then come back up again. The idea is to have a plan. We always must have a plan, okay? And if we have a plan, my plan says that if it drops below 5%, if it drops below 7%, if it drops below 10%, if that's my plan, then I got to get out and take my loss, even if there's a chance that it might come back. And the reason we do that, I'm going to tell you why. There's a really good reason. Anybody know why? Anybody? I'm going to tell you. Because hope is not a strategy. We must always have a plan, or in the end, we will lose more than we ever won. And too often I've gone in and I've traded off of impulse and emotion and lost more money. And then when I go in there and I do what I'm doing right now and I make a plan for myself, I win more money than I've ever won before. And that's the way you have to attack this banana. I have a plan for this banana. And the plan is that it's gone No, the plan in stock trading is that we make money. Okay. All right. 268.50 is now 268.50 is our resistance point. Okay. So 268.50 is our resistance with a high, and our target is 269. We're way away from there, but that doesn't mean anything. We just watched what the SPY just did right there, here, and here. It did it right over here and did it right over here. So once, twice, three times it's done that. And NVIDIA is consistently just moving up, 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 up. Okay, so we got 461.50. Well, we have 40. What did I put in here? I don't even remember. 461. Okay, 461. I'm going to leave the 25 right now. There's a lot of resistance at 461. Okay, and then here, we're going to move this to 4. Didn't even move that up. NVIDIA would be 61, would be 459 and 75 cents. That should be about right. There you go. Perfect. I always try to leave NVIDIA around $2. I always try to leave this at about $1.25. So 268.50 would be what? 267.25. What do I got? I have 267, and I need to move that up just a little bit to 25. That gives me the $1.25 for Tesla. All right. Actually, at this point, I really see it even a little higher. I see 267.50, which is less than my $1.25, but close enough. All right. That's because it's moving up. So 267.50. And that means that this would be right at that 268.75, which we just hit there as a high. There's your 268.50. And let's make it right now. 268.75 is where this should be. And right there is my 269 we're going to hit. And that's going to be another one for me. You see what I'm getting at here? Look at that. Within 6 cents of my target right now. Where's it going to go? Nothing goes straight up, so pull back except unless you're the SPY. That was amazing just now. Huh. How many people caught on to that? What I just said to you and what I just did. How many people are listening? How many people think I should go away? I love this place. The only room I can't get in, so. If I get that one right there on Tesla, that's like 6 for 6. I haven't been wrong on any. And I missed calling a few because it was moving too fast. All right, right now I got Meta in a channel. I've got, wow, 109 high of day for AMD. Sitting at 108.55 in the channel. It's right dead center in the channel. But if you consider the fact that everything's still going up, there's a good chance. But like, I don't like that. If I'm in the middle of a channel, I don't like to gamble. You got to wait for a pullback or a push forward or some sort of retracement before you get in either way, or for it to go. 108.25. I have to leave it at the 109. We're about to hit a new high a day again on Meta. Very, very close. 323.40 is my resistance and high a day for Meta. And we're at 323.20 just now. So it's about to push over one more time. And let's see, SPY, unless we see a pullback, at 11:32 business, Fox Business, and officials say, let's see if we can get all the news up here. It says the Fox Business Network says President Biden to deliver remarks on Israel at 1 p.m. About time, don't you think? Officials say President will not urge Israel to exercise restraint. He better not, because people already hate this guy. And 11:06, pay attention to Wall Street positioning ahead of important data. A Oracle. A Oracle raises hedges. Fed balance sheet. Things are going up. Wholesale trade. I got to tell you something. I still believe war is good for business. It's a sad thing to say, but it's good for business. But who comes out? There it is. There's your hit right there on new high a day, 436.66 with devil on the end. 436.66 on the SPY with not much of a pullback, which will give you my upper target right now at 436.75 Uptrend still upholding up since yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. I guess he's no longer live. Nope. Offline. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Just let me see. 10:50. Oh, he's been gone a while. Kush. Give me 1 second. Morning. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Good. We're good. All right. And you can see right now, 436.66, new high day for the SPY, new high ever for Google at what? What's Google at now? Google we said was what did I do with my Google? I know I had here it is. Google had a 52-week high of 140.18, which is the range high. We're at 140.27 right now, so that's a new high again. So 140.43 is now the new high for Google. People at Google are very excited right now. They're probably breaking out the champagne. So, because it's very hard for companies like that to, create new highs. They pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. Okay. Now you can see here, Tesla, we got a little bit of a pullback here. So we want to take this down a little bit. That pullback, don't let it fool you. I saw the whole line move. I'm not happy about that. All right, let me just see something real quick. Come on. Let's see. Let's put this into a 3-minute for a second. Come on. 1, 2. Let's bounce this over. There we go. Still not enough. Oh, maybe it didn't move. Looked like it moved. Let's see. Oh, right there on the bottom there. Activate. There we go. Okay. I gotta while we're in it. Come on. All right. While we're in it, I like to keep it on the 1 minute for right now. Oh shoot, I wrote that. Okay. All right, there we go. 268.94 with a 269 as my target. Right now, we're at 268. It's come back down. All right. So we still have a lot of resistance now at about 268.50. The resistance has dropped a little. Everything is pulled back down a little bit. All right, 268. Let's just bring this down 250. 268.50. Hold on 1 second, please. Hold on. Sorry about that. One second. Unbelievable. That was bad news. Wow, look at that. 109.11, new high a day on AMD. Just sprung out of nowhere. Okay, 109.11. I had my thing set on 109. So it's right there, 109 right now. What else is going to pop? What's going to pop right now? That was amazing. I looked up and bam, the thing just took off. Wow, that was amazing to watch. I just happened to look up at the right time. Okay. 109.23. Still climbing. Still climbing. Right up to the where I would have put 109.25 would have been my target, and it went right there. So right now, let's edit that up to 109.25. $109.25. 108.60. Okay, let's put that down to 108.50 on support. 108.50. 108.50. 324. 324. Okay, 324.05. New high on Meta and still rising. 324.25 is the new point of resistance. Amazing. Markets, and look at that. Look at the SPY. 436.82. New high. Bring us right there, right below my target of 437. All right. Look at that. So this is going to bring this up to about 75. Even 85. 80. Let's just bring it to 75 because we probably, no, we didn't pull back. Still 75 is the resistance point. 436. Going to leave that. 436.15. Just to tweak it a little bit. Wow. 36.15 and 436.25. See if we can hold this area. It's amazing what's going on right now in the markets. Just amazing. All your resistance is right there. I want to see that hit up a target, and then at lunchtime I'm going to take a break. I've been on for a while. I've been on since 9:30. I don't know why it shows 11:42. It shows now it's time. It should show when I came in. And that other one shows 10:06. Neither one is correct. It means I lost power or I lost the. Pretty good. We're doing pretty good as far as the site. I haven't lost it. 15, 16, 17. 18, 19. My internet's getting a little bit better. So let's just say I'm just trying to figure out. This is unbelievable. 20. Not good. Okay, 17 seconds. Yeah, I'm going to get off very soon. I got to reboot the system. I'm going to have to reboot the system. I probably should do it right now. I hate to do it in the middle when everything is going up, but you really can't hear me. It's too far away. So I'm going to reboot. Okay. I'm going to reboot the system. And I'll be back in 3 minutes latest. Okay? All right, look at the board. I will be back in 3 minutes. Be back. Read the board. I'll be back in 3 seconds. I got to stop the stream. So stop the stream. Stop. Live. End the stream. End. Let's close.